2nd Battalion.
We're at Druid Ridge Cemetery in Pikesville, Maryland.
Airborne.
Goodbyes are never easy.
I think this is a nice spot for him.
Especially after 66 years.
I don't want to leave him.
Elizabeth Minicapelli has had time to prepare. She has been waiting 6 months for this day.
Let me see.
Her husband Charles died in December.
He had a lot of good qualities. God, I miss him so much.
The two met when he was a U.S. Army soldier.
That was in April of '45.
During World War II.
It all comes back. How you miss your partner. Now it's no one to talk to.
Her partner in life.
It was too soon for me. I couldn't believe it, that he was going to die.
Minicapelli, a proud military man, married his German bride in 1948.
A little bit over a year ago.
Images carry her through the days.
His first car.
No picture, though, can fill the hole in her heart.
Oh, yeah.
A family member had convinced Charles late in his life that his service was not done. After his death in December, he donated his body here to the University of Maryland Medical School.
All right, and so these are plastinated specimens.
Minicapelli's last mission was served in anatomy lab.
He doesn't want to just pass away. He wants to help others even after he passes.
Jessica and other University of Maryland medical students learn from the lungs, the livers, and the kidneys of hundreds of donors each year.
When you first get into the lab, you have the heebie-jeebies, you're a little nervous.
The only way that you learn anatomy is by seeing it.
Yeah, you start to think about, oh, well, were they married?
He was here about 28.
Did they have kids?
Really didn't take a good picture here.
What kind of life did they leave?
That's when we had our first date.
Do you respect them even more knowing how much they've given back?
Which brings us back to Charles Kratz Memorial Park. Charles Minicapelli, among the 6 names, all with similar stories.
And we pray for them, and we give thanks for the service that they gave.
Maryland veterans all, donors all, 6 men with service in life to country and service after life to medicine. Closure comes in the form of a flag.
These people were all giving even after their death.
Please accept this flag as a symbol of our appreciation for the honorable and faithful service of your loved one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Alongside Elizabeth, a familiar face.
Convincing him to donate his body is an honor.
Granddaughter Jessica.
Seeing my grandmother so upset, that's what hurts him.
Soon to be Dr. Minicapelli.
Putting his ashes away and having to say goodbye.
It's true. Goodbyes are certainly not easy.
It's just the remains, Mom. It's just the remains.
Elizabeth will donate her body when the time comes. She will join Charlie after her service is complete.
You did a wonderful thing.
This is final. Right now it's final.
In Pikesville, Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News at 10.
We are on the 27th floor of the World Trade Center in Baltimore.
Above the roar of race cars.
We've never been to Baltimore before, and the harbor, inner harbor here is just gorgeous.
Soars the Grand Prix's aerial view.
Yes, we love our race week.
So much so, for the staff at the top of the World Trade Center.
This is for the Grand Prix, and I even have one on my toes.
There are checkers on more than the flags.
We came up to this floor, and it's such a better view than probably what we'd have down there.
For $5.
So the track comes all the way down here and then goes all the way around.
No, that big one. Yeah, the big one.
You get an hour with a 360 view.
Yeah, I'm scared of heights. As long as I'm in a building, I'm okay.
Well, we see like at least 1/3 of the track. We don't see when they go around Camden Yards and the whole Russell Street, but...
Best kept secret. $5 an hour. Can't beat it.
Though most eyeballs here are facing west.
Crucial left for Elio Castro Neves.
Focused on the twists and turns.
I would love to take my car down Pratt Street right now and just like go as fast as these guys are.
Instead of just going in circles, there's a bunch of turns and more likely to crash.
A relief from the late summer heat.
Yesterday I roasted in the grandstands all day, and it's definitely a better view because you can see more.
We have air conditioning. And the best view.
And it's a 10-minute walk, so we can come here for a while and go there for a while.
Atop another Baltimore building, the Bromo Seltzer Arts Tower. No public tours today, but a straight line view of Pitt Row and the turn onto Pratt Street.
Hitting 180 miles an hour as they're going down Pratt Street, we get the best view of turn 1.
I see a lot of India cars flying around the track. I see the Orioles Stadium over there. I see a lot of people down there.
A change of pace.
Is that people watching from up there?
With quite a view of the race.
We have the best view of the Grand Prix. Why not embrace it?
In downtown Baltimore.
No better view.
Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News at 10.
When you need your shoes fixed, he's always there.
A cobbler's corner store.
He's #1 in the shoe repair.
Serves as a foothold on Fayette Street.
He's more than that. He's part of our family around here.
For 37 years, people have been walking through the front door of Malcolm's Shoe Repair.
He's like a dying breed. Nobody fixes shoes anymore. They just go out and buy another pair.
I'm thinking that machine is probably over a good 80 to 90 years old.
Packed inside a 200-square-foot store.
You draw the shoes, you put the shoes on the laws, you make the shoes.
Seemingly stuck in time.
And a cash register.
I started from Jamaica. I used to have a shop there.
Malcolm Spaulding has had that same carpenter's knife on his hip for decades. You'd think he'd be counting the days. Until retirement.
Malcolm's been doing my shoes for, I don't know, 20-some years, or close to 30 years.
Truth is, Mr. Malcolm is getting older.
Oh, yeah.
You just don't find that anywhere anymore. He knows people's names, how you doing, you know, that type of thing.
While Malcolm is a little slower on the draw.
As I get older, I can't picture like I used to, you know. I used to be able to picture right back.
The community reveres him. Violence usually doesn't come near his front door.
It was never a problem on this corner. Never, ever, because of the respect.
So when he leaves, who's going to fill those shoes?
No one will. Mr. Malcolm, the shoe doctor, is getting his hands dirty one final week.
For anyone that needs any shoe repair, I suggest that they come as soon as possible.
Malcolm is retiring, moving back to his homeland in Jamaica, leaving the place he's called home for nearly 40 years.
Look at that, but that means long time it's been there.
So you just gonna sneak out the door on me, huh?
The soul of Fayette Street is saying farewell.
It's more than a shoe store. You feel me? It's his personality that go with the shoe store. That's probably why he lasted so long around here. You feel me?
In Baltimore.
It's a legacy.
Thank you.
Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News at 10.
We're here in Annapolis at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium.
We are playing Air Force.
The heat was turned up in Annapolis today.
All weather's football weather, right?
The early October 90-degree day, symbolic of the week leading up to this rivalry.
Tuesday, when the shutdown happened, we got word that there was a legitimate chance that this wouldn't even happen.
Most of the game is financed through private funds, and any type of government intervention was purely for posturing.
Question marks on kicking off this football game loom large, but by Thursday, answers. The Defense Department said, game on.
This is not necessarily about football primarily. It's really about the American spirit.
In order to line up, though, from the midshipman swag right down to the billy goat, everything needed to be paid for with non-government funds.
The idea that this almost didn't happen, all of us didn't come together because people can't agree over, 20 miles away, it's disappointing.
It's not just football. This game is about so much more than that. This is about building character and integrity.
Obviously, we've been upset if we didn't play because it's a huge game, and we circle this game, really look forward to it.
Fans look to the players, though, for hope.
This game is about all of us coming together.
A Navy win today will not clear up the uncertainty of Washington.
But at the end of the day, there's going to be a winner, there's going to be a loser, and they're going to shake hands, they're going to love each other, and then they're going to go work together.
If only D.C. politicians were on the field in Annapolis today.
These leaders who have been doing their job for years can learn from these college kids.
In Annapolis, Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News at 10.
We're on Patapsco Avenue at Hollands Ferry Road.
Along a busy South Baltimore intersection.
None of us have any answers as to why this happened.
A mother's pain surfaces.
Alonzo excelled at everything he set out to do.
Petty Officer Alonzo Gladden Jr. was gunned down just blocks away from here.
He was remarkable.
Home on leave last October, the naval officer was killed in the very country he had sworn oath to protect.
He was targeted. For what reason, I don't know.
This man was tragically murdered last year. We're out here trying to raise awareness for him. When you drop off, honk your horn, all right?
Sunday,
Honk your horns!
Baltimore's guardian angels joined the family,
Honk your horn! Honk! Thank you!
searching for answers, pleading for clues.
I honked for my brother, Event, who was murdered. I was with him when it happened, so I think about it every day, every waking moment pretty much.
This must stop. Mother, stop burying your sons. Sister, stop burying your brothers.
And we also have flyers, so if someone stops, you can pass the flyers out.
For 2 hours, beeps blanket Baltimore.
Keep his memory alive and see justice done in this homicide.
My son should not have preceded me.
But can't cover a mother's heartache.
I will never stop fighting for justice for my son.
In Baltimore.
Justice has not been served yet.
Paul Gessler.
We'd like for it to be served as soon as possible.
Fox 45 News at 10.
Honk your horn!
The sound of silence.
At the halt!
At Mount St. Mary's University.
Slow! March!
Can only be broken by bagpipes. Sunday morning in Emmitsburg, families arrive at the Mount.
We are here today to honor 81 fallen heroes.
The patches on the sleeves show how far these firefighters and families have traveled.
We've been here in the past because of inclement weather. This time, it was a much different issue that created the move.
No activity down the road at the actual site of the National Fallen Firefighter Memorial.
The government shutdown has forced a change in our plans.
Locked gates greet visitors.
A fire has no political affiliation. It does not discriminate.
The annual honor went on regardless.
Richard Joseph Schaefer.
Names read aloud.
David Llewellyn Bailey.
Flags and roses gently handed to grieving families.
You are as much a hero as your firefighter.
Then, two names stir a section of the bleachers.
Michael J. Chaparini.
So everybody in town knew Chip.
Tomasz M. Kachuvka.
Infectious smile, a lot of people knew him.
West Webster Fire District.
They're both greatly missed.
Two firefighters killed in the line of duty not by flames, but by gunfire. Shot responding to a fire in New York in December.
They were ambushed, they were murdered on Christmas Eve, a time of year that's supposed to be happy.
West Webster brought families and friends by the busload to Maryland.
We're honored to be here to honor them and to represent them and to pay respects for what they did for us and for the community.
Just two stories.
A grateful nation stands with you in remembering.
In a room of many.
Remembering your loved ones and their heroism.
That will be marked in Maryland for all time. Paul Gessler, Fox 45 News at 10.
All right, come on, y'all.
When day turns to night in East Baltimore,
you get a lot of parents out here to help out with the lights.
The Parkside Warriors' spirit shines brightest.
You barely can see the ball, but you still gotta work through it.
Nightfall at Maritime High School.
Let's go, 24 double on set.
Is far from the darkest depth this season.
Break.
I think it showed them how to be resilient.
Two coaches killed this season. Coach Carl Cooley, who drowned on a family vacation, and Coach Corey White, killed in a head-on motorcycle accident in the Harbor Tunnel on Halloween night.
He gave us confidence, saying, we're going to do it for Coach Corey.
And do it, they did. A pair of Parkside Warrior teams won national championships in Florida this weekend.
How it feels to be a national champ?
Good.
Do it feel good?
Let's go.
Y'all want to go back next year?
Let's go.
They honored him by their play every single game, every single practice.
Especially the older boys have learned that they can't take anything for granted. And I heard a lot of them saying that they were doing this for Coach Corey. It was touching.
In life's darkest days, touchdowns and teamwork shined light.
But to know that they carried him there in spirit, it's wonderful.